What's going on, guys? Rob from Heroes Avenue, and by now I'm sure you've probably heard that Shazam reshoots are currently underway. You probably heard it from the man himself, Zachary Levi, guy who's playing Shazam, and he posted it on the day of the elections to try to bring attention to go out and vote and announce that reshoots are underway. Since then, there have been a lot of rumors suggesting what might be taking place during these reshoots, and the director, David F. Sanberg, or at Pony Smasher, if you're following him on Instagram or Twitter, he went ahead and slightly debunked some of the rumors, I guess, or he addressed the rumors through a tweet. So let's go ahead and get into it. This guy's tagline, R17 Gaming, at R17 Gaming says to Pony Smasher, which is David F. Sanberg, Pony Smasher, to be frank, WB has a shitty track record when it comes to reshoots. Can you just say it's actually for the good of the movie to calm their fears? It's not that I don't have faith in you. It's the company that runs things. No disrespect. Hashtag no disrespect. David F. Sanberg, in a very short tweet, says, all normal stuff, no changing the tone, removing DC references, or whatever else theories are out there. So one of the things people were thinking that was happening in this movie is that DC is going in to further lighten up the tone to kind of match the tone set by Marvel movies. And while a lot of you guys have addressed in the comments in the past that Marvel movies are far from the director's thoughts or mindset while filming these movies, I totally agree with you. I know he's not going into these reshoots thinking, I need to make this more like a Marvel film. No, I don't think David F. Sanberg's doing that. I don't think James Wan's doing that. And I don't think Patty Jenkins is going to be doing that with Wonder Woman. I think what a lot of people believe is that Warner Brothers wants these movies to almost emulate the Marvel model of making movies, and I don't disagree with that completely. I just I do think the previous regime up there before Walter Hamada has stepped in wanted to make these movies very similar to the style or the model that Marvel has set. Not necessarily like exactly like the comedy that they have been doing, but they want to put more comedy into their movies. They want to add some more levity to their movies, and I think that's the previous regime. And I think now Walter Hamada stepping in is kind of letting directors do free reign what they want, almost. But obviously, none of us are going to know exactly what Walter Hamada is doing behind the scenes until someone comes out and exactly tells us. But I think with this, it's good to know that David F. Sanberg's telling the fans, no, we're not doing it to make it lighter or to remove DC references, given the state of the DCEU or the news surrounding some of the cast members or potential cast changes. And I'm referencing Batman, obviously, Superman, Henry Cavill. So, you know, obviously, if you've seen the trailers for the Shazam movie, we've seen references to Aquaman, to Man of Steel, to Batman from Batman vs Superman, and given the fact that Ben Affleck, we're not completely sure if he's still on board yet, though I do hope he is. We're not completely sure what his future is in the DCU, and as of recently, we're not sure of Cavill's connection to the universe anymore, because when the whole controversy happened about Cavill leaving the role of Superman, you know, DC and Warner Brothers, they put out a statement that really didn't tell us anything. They just said that they really loved working with him, and that's the extent of what they said. And while Cavill's manager says the cape is still in the closet, that doesn't really tell us anything either. So a lot of fans were probably thinking that, given the fact that they wanted to put Superman in this movie, a lot of fans were probably thinking that, you know what, because Cavill may be out, they're going to take the Superman and Man of Steel references out of this movie. And with this one tweet, David F. Sanberg debunks that part. So no, he's not changing the tone to fit Marvel movies, to make it even more comedic. He's not removing the DC references. And then the last part, or whatever else theories are out there. And that's the part that kind of has me, you know, really wondering what's happening, because one of the other theories that were out there is these reshoots taking place now could leave room for Cavill to come back in and do a cameo in Shazam. So obviously that's what a lot of the fans want. They want to see Shazam interacting with Superman or Clark Kent for that matter, because I mean, especially in the animated show, you get to see that dynamic, and I think and you get in the animated short, you get to see that dynamic, and you get to see Shazam and the Man of Steel team up to fight Black Adam. While Black Adam isn't the villain in this movie, so that part is not necessarily necessary, but to see him interact, maybe a Billy Batson interact with Clark Kent, I think that would be a great nod to the previous source material that's out there, and just to throw a bone to the fans who really love Cavill and want to know what's coming next, and they want to know that this universe is all tied together. But he says, no changing tone, removing DC references, or whatever else theories is out there. Maybe that doesn't mean that. Maybe that means there is no Superman cameo after all. But he didn't specifically call it out. So myself, I like to hold out hope that, hey, the Man of Steel will actually pop in a cameo in this movie. But if he doesn't, that's fine with me. I'm not expecting it. I just would really hope that that happens, because that was the original plan. Because as some know, and if you don't know, Henry Cavill is currently shooting the Witcher series that is going to be airing on Netflix, and he doesn't have any facial hair, and he looks pretty clean cut. He's probably in great shape to film that, and if he had to just come in for a day or so to shoot some pickup shots for this movie to add some additional scenes in, then this would be an ideal time to do it. So that's what a lot of fans are thinking. But with this tweet, we don't know for sure if he's going to be in there, but I'm gonna err on the side of probably not. Before you guys go, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are we gonna get a Superman cameo in this movie? And does this tweet by David F. Sanberg kind of ease the tension you had and reservations you had about this movie, if you had any at all? Let me know in the comments below. Give this video a like if you can, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.